Good afternoon, I'm TK, and this is TK's video blog. Good to have you with us, good to see you all again. Welcome. Alright, now that we got out of the way, let's get right into it, shall we? So this week, I thought I would switch things up a little bit and review a book for you all. And the book I'm going to review is, I have it right here, Murtaugh. Murtaugh is the sequel, or spin-off if you like, to the Eragon Inheritance Cycle book series, written by Christopher Paolini. Now, Murtaugh, it follows Murtaugh and his red dragon Thorn as they try to uncover a big mystery going on in their home, forcing them to travel to new places, confront past mistakes and horrors, and come to terms with who they are and what they have done, all while facing off against a new and very powerful and mysterious enemy and force. So, let's talk about the book a little more in depth now, shall we? So, Murtaugh. So, it's an interesting book. Again, it's the sequel or spin-off, if you like, to the Eragon Inheritance Cycle book series, and it's very different. The relationship, first of all, between Rider and Dragon, Murtaugh and Thorn, compared to Eragon and Sapphira. So first of all, the dragons are different colors. That's a big difference. But second of all, the relationship with the dragons themselves is very different. Eragon and Sapphira, their relationship is more warm and fuzzy, whereas Thorn and Murtaugh, their relationship is not as much so, and that's an interesting contrast for sure. Now, throughout the book, you kind of see some more moments, some tender moments between Murtaugh and Thorn, which is great. You see the relationship kind of go along. You see it build. You see it progress. And you do see them kind of bond a little bit and come together a little bit more throughout the book. So there's a lot of character development in that way. And overall in the book, there's a lot of character development, especially on the part of Murtaugh. Many of us know from the past book series, The Inherited Cycle, Murtaugh went through a lot of horror, a lot of trauma with the actions he went through and had to do and had to carry out on the part of the king. And all that stuff is addressed in this book, how he deals with it, how he moves forward, all that stuff. And it's interesting to see how he deals with it. There are layers there, and it's just really interesting to see that and see the character development. Character development in a book, movie, TV show, but a book in this case, is really important, and whenever you see that, that is just fantastic. So that is great. As far as the overall story, it's a good story. It's a really good follow-up to the original Inherited Cycle. It's got a lot of the same elements, knights, dragons, kings, witches, wizards, and all that, magic and all that, so that's really cool. I love that. There are some like side adventures in the story, which is also interesting. They also have some humor and some depth to it, which I love. So overall, the story, everything works in it. It makes sense. The characters are strong. Character development throughout, which is great to see, a joy to see. Now, the villain in this book is a witch, okay? Now, that differentiates her from the past villain of the book series, which was a king, who was a king. Now, I think I will put them on equal footing because I think that while the witch is more powerful, arguably, because of her magic, I think the king in the original series was just as powerful because of his cunning and the fact that he had a dragon, he was a rider. So I think that indeed those two villains are on equal playing fields, equal footing, so that's good. I like the villain is worthy. I think that in terms of seeing Thorn and Murtaugh have to deal with past mistakes, and have to come to terms with who they are and what they've done, I think that's interesting as well. I think, it lets you see a lot of their characters, it lets you see them develop and grow, and it is just very interesting to see overall. Now, Eragon and Sapphira are not in this book. There are some previous characters that do come back in this book, some cameos, especially towards the end. I'm not going to spoil anything. But overall, these are new characters around Thorn and Murtaugh, new situations, new locations, and that's interesting. I like that there's not really a repeat of the previous book series. That's also good. It feels new. It feels fresh. Now, the author, so you can kind of see him in the original book series, and then in this book, you can kind of see him progress, get more confident as he goes along, and that is just a joy to watch. I love that. But overall, this book is really good, really, really good indeed. I really like it. Good story, strong characters, strong character development. There's a believability in the characters as you're reading about them, and the believability factor I talk about in terms of movies, but in terms of books, if you believe what's being written, if you believe what you're reading, you're going to connect with it more, and that's really great because that really forms a connection with the reader, myself in this case, and I love that. That just makes the book even stronger. But overall, the book is really good. It's really good, especially a good follow-up, a good sequel, spin-off, whatever you want to call it, to the previous book series, The Inherited Cycle. And I really hope this one continues in other books. I really hope there's a sequel to this one. I don't know, but I really hope there is. But it's a really good follow-up, really strong, really good character development, and it's worthy of being told. I just love it overall. So, all that being said, what would I give the book out of 20, and would I recommend it to you all? Well, I think I would give the book a 20 out of 20, and here's why. Because the book is really good, first of all. Really strong characters, really strong story, character development throughout, continuity throughout, really good, worthy of being told. The author, you can see how confident he is in this book, how confident he's become from the previous book series, and this is just a really good follow-up to the original book series. I really hope this continues, because one thing this book does really well is it leaves you wanting more, okay? It ends and it leaves you saying, hey, I want more of this, I want to see more, I want to read more. And that is the sign of a good book, a good TV show, a good movie, anything, is they want to leave you wanting more, okay? And they do in this case, the author does in this case, major hat tip to him for that. And that's a great element to this book, is that it really leaves you wanting more, and that really elevates it to the Premier League. I would highly, highly, highly recommend reading it. Now, I will say you should read the Inheritance cycle first, that book series first. Now, I might do a review on that in an upcoming video blog, so stay tuned for that. But overall, this book, Murtaugh, really, really highly recommend reading it for sure. 20 out of 20 for sure. Hope you all enjoy it. Alright, well, looking at my watch, it looks like we're about out of time. So please, until next week, remember I'm putting in the comment section now. All season long, I want to hear from you. What do you like about this blog? What don't you like about this blog? What could I do differently in this blog? All that good stuff and then some. I really, really want to hear from you all. I really, really do. Also, please remember, all season long, you can comment on this blog. Tell me a movie, a TV show, a book, song, album. Recommend something for me to review, and I might just review it for you all. Right here on TK's video blog. Now, I can't always promise you that you'll like the review or agree with everything I have to say in the review. However, what I will promise you all is this. I will always keep it fair, and I will always keep it honest. That is my commitment to you all, as always. So, with that all being said, until next week, please, take care, be safe, and goodbye, everyone. Have a great weekend. I'll see you right back here next week.